Hey class, welcome back to online science class. Today I'm going to introduce you to ecosystems. We sort of touched upon this in the biodiversity video when we looked at a terrarium. The terrarium is like a mini ecosystem, so let's dive more into what this word actually means. Ecosystem is a community of interacting organisms such as plants and animals and their physical environment, like their habitat. In the terrarium we looked at, the worms and ants ate the plants and drank water from their container, which is basically a glimpse as to how an ecosystem works. But what if there's a disturbance? Meaning, if something big like a hurricane comes and destroys a habitat, or if the temperatures rise in the oceans, what will happen to the plants and animals? Let's explore this situation. Let's say that a forest is burning and all the trees are burnt and the grass is ruined. This means that the food is gone and resources such as branches for building shelters are also gone. For example, birds who use twigs and some leaves to make their nest won't have any, so they're in real danger. Like, where are they going to live? How are they going to protect their babies? Animals that live in the forest who eat only grass are in danger because all the grass is burnt. They have no food. So, what do you think will happen to these organisms? What do you think they will do? Pause and think. Welcome back. There are many things that could happen. The type of organisms can change, the organism number can change with increased number of animals or plants, or decreased number of animals or plants. I understand that the number of organisms can decrease because some of them can die or become extinct, but how can the numbers increase for some of the organisms? Because their resources are ruined, many organisms will migrate out of the area and move into another area with more resources. But some species might come in and settle down in the area. They will have different needs and resources, so they'll reproduce and repopulate. Similarly, some organisms may survive the fire and just reproduce. There are many different reactions to disturbances, and there could be a combination of them. It all just depends on the organism and the disturbance. Disturbances do not have to be natural, like hurricanes, fires, tornadoes, or volcanic eruptions. People can cause them as well. We throw trash such as plastic into the oceans and other bodies of water that it kills animals such as sea turtles and whales. We also burn gases for energy, but that leads to pollution in the air, increasing the global temperature. This is called climate change, and it has been a problem for more than 100 years. Organisms and habitats such as oceans are very sensitive to temperature changes because it disturbs their balance. These changes can lead to other changes that affect the organisms. For example, the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, one of the most diverse ecosystems in the world, is home to thousands of corals, fish, and other marine animals. Because of rising temperatures in oceans due to climate change, the corals are in danger because they are very sensitive to temperature. It can stress the corals, which can lead to coral bleaching. This turns the corals from a beautiful, vibrant color to a pale white color that causes them to be at risk for death. Also, in the Arctic, there's a problem of melting glaciers. Because of the rise in temperatures, glaciers that are home to animals such as polar bears and sea lions and foxes are in danger because their home is melting. They have nowhere else to go. So what have we learned today? We learned that ecosystems are communities where organisms interact with their physical environments. Disturbances such as natural and man-made ones like climate change disturb the balance of ecosystems because they can destroy the habitat or resources. Humans have contributed a lot to ecosystem imbalances, and it is very important to reduce pollution and respect our environments. Remember, recycling, reducing, and reusing our resources can greatly help reduce climate change and help these ecosystems. I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember to complete the worksheet provided in the description box. Thanks for watching. Bye!